Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video, I'm coming to you with another collection video. This time it is going to be Guerlain. I was going to do a video with both Chanel and Guerlain in them, but I didn't want to make them too long because I seem to have significantly more Guerlain fragrances than Chanel, and that's only because of one particular perfume. So let's go ahead and get it going. So the first one I want to go ahead and get out of the way is Mitsouko. This one is an empty 7.5 ml of the Pure Parfum. This one was the very first time I had the Pure Parfum of Mitsouko. All of this that's in here, I put into this very small decant on here. So everything that's in here, I put into this, and once that's done, I'll fill it up with my most recent one, which is this. So my vintage 1985 Pure Parfum of Guerlain. I was extremely happy to finally get this in. I was going to pay the retail price because they finally restocked them at Selfridges or Harrods or something like that, so I was going to pay the retail. So I got this for way less than retail, and it's a vintage bottle. I finally figured out how to open it without losing this tassel. Once this is empty with the previous one, I'm sure it's a newer version because it comes in a different box, then I'll use this one to fill it up with. But I've only used it to test it. I'm not going to open it till I'm finished with this one. Both of the boxes look like this. If you can tell that the vintage one in my right hand is darker than this one. It also, the outside box is completely different as well. This one came in the white one with the like squiggly lines, which is undeniably vintage, and this one came in more of like a green olive goldish Mitsouko box. So this one is a lot newer than this one, so let's keep it moving. Next, I'm still talking about Mitsouko, so now I'll just go through my Mitsouko bottles. This is the current formulation of the EDP of Mitsouko. Again, I do not own any EDTs. Hopefully I'll try to get like a vintage one, and then I'll probably be done with it. So I have the current formulation, which came out in 2021. So this is the newest bottle. I have an Eau de Parfum bottle from the year 2009. And an even older one from at the newest from 2002. It may be older than that. It came in this box, this gold box. So if you know a particular year that this may have been produced, if it's before 2000s, please let me know in the comments. So those are all my Mitsoukos. Let's move on to the rest of the collection. Next fragrance I'll mention is the original formulation of Aqua Allegoria. This is a grapefruit scent. Doesn't have the original cap. I got this from like one of my plugs. It was a tester bottle. Again, I wouldn't suggest buying vintage summery citrus scents. I believe the top notes are burnt out on this, but once it dries down, you do get that grapefruit from it. But other than that, I would rather probably have like a newer bottle. Next is my most recent Guerlain purchase, and this one is Shalimar Millésime Tonka. So this one fills my void of the Tonka forward fragrances that are centered around Tonka in my collection. I'm happy to have picked this up. I'm happy to have gotten a deal on it. It is a limited edition. I called my plug to see if he could get it. He basically got it to me for about $50 off of what the retail is going for here. I think when it first came out, it was 94 pounds, but here it's going for around $140. It's still available in some places, so I was able to get like 50 bucks off of that, so that was really good. Moving on. Next up, we have the Aldehydic Floral. This is Liu. This is the current formulation of it. This one I do want to get a vintage bottle of, but I do like this. It's similar to Chanel number 22 to Chanel Low. any aldehydic floral. It is different though. They have some, you know, they have all these similarities, but when you try them side by side, you can see the differences. So this was one that was actually really hard to find. Retail, they do not, I mean, in the places like Bloomingdale's or whatnot, they do not carry it. I had to order this from Dubai. So they do carry these newbie bottles. They even have the Mitsouko, but none of them had this. So I had to order it from abroad. Moving on. Next up is a fragrance I just got a few days ago prior to getting the Millésime Tonka, and this one is Jicky Eau de Parfum in the B bottle. I'm not sure of the year of this one. I'm sure it's like early 2010s, something like that, but I wanted to get Jicky in to see if I even like it, and it's hard to come across. Even this is another one where in like Bloomingdale's and Harvey Nichols, they do not carry even the newer ones of it to even smell. So at the gray marketplace, a guy had an EDP. I bought one before, but I only bought it to sell it. And so when I saw he popped up with another bottle, all of a sudden I just went on ahead and got it for a steal. It's a pretty good price. Moving on. Next up is its male counterpart, and this is Mouchoir de Monsieur. This is a very popular in some circles Guerlain fragrance. It is discontinued, so I do have 2 bottles of it. I bought one in the box. The other one's supposed to be like a tester bottle. So I was able to get 2 bottles of this. I've sold probably like 4 or 5 bottles of them, just getting them in and selling them. But once it started getting down to the last of them that I could find, I just went on ahead and was lucky enough to find a plug that had a tester bottle for a good price. So let's keep it moving. Only a couple of fragrances left. This one is one of my favorite Chypres, one of my favorite Guerlains, one of the most slept on fragrances I think in Guerlain's portfolio, and this one is Chants de Roms, so Song of Scents or something like that. So I have this one. This is something I also would want to get a vintage bottle of to see. Someone was saying that they were different, meaning like the vintage one was much better than this, and if it's much better than this, then I need to get a bottle because I love this one. It has this sort of like Chypre sort of feel with it. I don't have the notes on hand, but I liked it so much that I ended up picking up a backup bottle of it, and this one is an older bottle. I'm sure it comes in the same style B bottle, but it is in an older packaging. This particular one came in the white box, I believe. No, not even the white. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what it came in, but this particular box is an older presentation than whatever box I got this one is. This one is a super slept on Guerlain fragrance. If you like Chypres or floral Chypres, you may want to check this one out. It's awesome. So I really like this one. Moving on to the last fragrance I have in my Guerlain collection. And the last fragrance that I have in my Guerlain collection, this was from the La Material or Art Material collection, and this one is a 200 ml tester bottle of Bois de Harmonie. It was hard for me to decide. One of the guys I get fragrances from, I could get a choice of a number of the testers, basically all of them, and I couldn't choose. Originally I was going to get Queer Beluga, but I'm glad that I opted for the Bois de Harmonie because it is a benzoin fragrance. To me, it's one of the top 3 benzoin fragrances that are out on the market, so I'm glad I got that one instead of the Queer Beluga. Even though that is a really good scent, it's not really like a leather scent to me, and this is what it says that it is. The only other Guerlain from this line that I really want to get is Rose Barbar for some odd reason. So that's it, guys. This is my entire Guerlain collection. I don't know how many bottles that is. I don't really like counting like backups. I just started getting into like buying like backup bottles, but I got obsessed with like getting different formulations of Mitsouko. So that's how that all started, going down that rabbit hole. Do you like the House of Guerlain? If so, what are some of your favorite fragrances from the house? Do you like the Art Material collection, or do you like the regular line? Please let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.